One of the challenges we all have is colds and flus and infections. And for me, it's been sinus infections this year. A few months ago, I had this sinus infection, and I found that I was breathing through my mouth at night. A lot of people breathe through their mouth at night, and they don't realize that this is drying out your lungs, creates all kinds of problems, and that we should be breathing through our nose at night. And one of the reasons for that was I had a sinus infection, and it just wasn't going away. I was shocked, surprised. So I did a lot of research on it. I found something that was amazing to me that took it away. In a week, it was gone. And it's called black seed oil. You can take black seed oil in a teaspoon after every meal, or you don't want to taste it. It tastes rather bitter. Or you can just take the capsules, just follow the instructions on the bottle. And what this is a kind of a cure-all from the Middle East. It's hundreds of years old. The primary medicine that people would take, although it's cumin seed oil, it's just an extract of an oil, of a spice. And what happens is an anti-inflammatory. And what I noticed when I was taking it, besides the helping the infection, making the infection go away, is that much of my focus was increasing with it as well, and that it was taking away inflammation throughout my whole body. It's what it's known for, is to take away arthritic pain, autoimmune responses to things, to restore a healthy gut, to take away allergies, and to create mental focus and improve mood. Wow, all of that from one thing. Well, it turns out that anything that's going to take away inflammation in our body, natural, something that's natural that stimulates the body to remove inflammation, allows improved function. So many of our allergies today have to do with, we eat certain foods a while, it starts to leak out through our gut due to toxic foods, pesticides and sugars and junk foods and those kinds of things. It tends to cause an indigestion in our gut that gradually causes a leakiness in the gut, and proteins have a chance to escape into the bloodstream, undigested proteins, and then your body creates antibodies to that, and then you have allergies, you have histamine responses, you have inflammation. If this gets into your brain, you have these food sensitivities. It can cause ADD in our kids, ADHD in our kids, it can cause depression, can cause all kinds of imbalances and learning challenges and so forth, just because of our sensitivities to pesticides, our sensitivities to food colorings, our sensitivities to different pollens, those are undigested proteins, or just the food that we eat. After a while, the foods that we like most, generally after a while we develop a sensitivity to it, unless our digestion is really good. So this is a really old-fashioned remedy that helps to improve digestion for people. You just take a teaspoon of it after every meal. And for me, the practical experience I had was it cleared up this sinus infection. As well, you know, one of my challenges that I take various things for, particularly I take the aloe vera products and quercetin and vitamin C and nettles to take away allergy responses. But this has been another thing to help with that. So particularly with infections, with inflammation, with arthritic pain, black seed oil is amazing. And I highly recommend it. It's new in my life. I've been using it for several months. I've done the research on it. I've read the books on it. It's really been around for a long time. It's talked about in the Bible. It's talked about in the Quran. It's been used really for everything, because when you think, why could something be used for everything? What our modern science says today is that all of our health challenges today are greatly complicated by inflammation. Inflammation is caused by infections in the body, just little infections causing inflammation, free radical damage. Sugar produces huge amounts of free radical damage. This free radical damage gradually starts to attack our DNA and creates out all kinds of confusing messages to the body, and it doesn't function the way it's designed to function. This is it's quite painless to use. When I have my dinner, after dinner, I just walk over to the refrigerator and take out a teaspoon and take it down. It's filled with all kinds of great vitamins in it. It's got all of your omegas in it. So I used to do the omega-3 oils, 6s and 9s. Now what I'll do is just a teaspoon of this with every meal. I like it very much, and it definitely keeps my breathing through my nose. The oxygen absorption is so much greater, which helps my brain be more focused, helps my body have more energy. because the inflammation goes away. Ultimately, down the line, we all want to protect ourselves from cancer and heart disease, and these conditions all start with inflammation in the body. Anything we can do to protect ourselves from inflammation is a good idea to do.